What's going on? It's about to get medieval in here. I'll give you the context. Some things I want to address. I want to address 15 years of foolishness because the issue that I want to address, I'm never going to address this issue again. I literally want to use this video to answer all questions. So anyone who says anything stupid, if a troll comes and attacks me, I just give them this link. If someone is new coming into the stream or never knew about me or never knew about my team, never knew about my life, and they're according to them they've heard some negative stuff, I will simply refer them to this video. And that'll just be that. And I will never address this again. So I'm going to destroy this little pocket universe these trolls so-called say exist. I'm sick and tired of it. And this has something to do with the eviscerated one as well. The things I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about that the things I'm going to talk about are very general. I'm going to get into details for the first time and explain certain things because there are just people out there who just, I don't know, they have to demonize me like I'm this all encompassing like Satan or whatever the case may be. And I'm sick and tired of it. And because people who lack critical thinking, and if you take offense to what I'm going to say in this 2 hour segment, be offended. Because if you had critical thinking, you wouldn't be offended. But like I said, there's just certain things I just gotta. It's not even get off my chest. I've ignored the situation far too long, and let a lot of stuff just go on for a long period of time, and I gotta end it because this is just getting stupid, and it has something to do with being black and not being black as a person. Because I don't want anyone to start. Oh no, Trevor's gonna pull the race card. Actually, I'm not gonna pull the race card. I'm gonna pull the race system. It has nothing to do with being black per se. It's a type of black that the system of racism does not like. And anyone who does not follow the the prescribed blackness that society wants, then you're a gangster, a pimp, a drug lord, a thug, a this, a that, or all of this other nonsense. And it's just annoying. So I'm going to address this. Obviously, I'm not going to be cursing in this because I want this message to be crystal clear and concise. I want the history I'm about to put out to be crystal clear and concise so that no one gets this twisted. No one can use stupidness like, oh, look at this guy. He's completely unprofessional now. And all these little stupid psychological, social engineered traps to get people to completely ignore the message because they want you to focus on the messenger and the narrative behind the messenger. Like, it's like the elections. Like, nobody noticed that, like, Bernie Sanders was rigged out of his election. Not to get political, but I'm going to bring up a point. I'm going to show you how society is. It's not an accusation he was rigged out of his election. It's not oh well, I can see your point of view, he was rigged out of his election. He was rigged. It's actual facts. Trump says it. Hillary Clinton had to admit to it. The entire world knows. America knows. The entire government knows. Everyone's like, yeah, he was rigged out of the election. The DNC did do this to him. They had to fire the head chairman of the DNC, yet they continued with the election. So wait a minute. Let me get this right. A crime was committed, and rather than solving the issue of the crime, you continue with the election as if the crime never happened? Time out. Well, you have to understand that. But no, I don't have to understand anything. Like, we have to. Oh, sorry. We have to look at the issue at hand. Like, a crime was committed. Are we going to overlook that because we needed an election? Like, who committed the crime? The DNC. What's it supposed to be if the DNC didn't commit this crime? Bernie Sanders would have won. Okay, bye, Hillary. Sorry, but the DNC cheated in your favor, and whether you may be directly or indirectly involved, the point is that it favored you. So we're going to have to disqualify you from the elections due to this circumstance because Bernie Sanders was cheated, or at least give the guy a rerun so that postpone it, make it a little bit longer. Obama can stay in office for like 3 more months. What difference does it make? Like, whether it's not going to stop the bombs dropping in Syria. The bombs continue to drop in Syria, so it didn't make even a difference. So they could have stayed for 3 more months so that the man could get his fair shot at the elections. So they could have did either one of those two. No, they completely omitted it and let this woman run against this. So you have two scumbags running. Oh, that's your choice. No, it isn't. And then even then, it still wasn't our choice. We still had Jill Stein. We could have just gone for the one in the middle and didn't have to pick from the lesser of the two evils. But no, because the way society is, it is engineered, literally engineered, to make people think a certain way and one way only. So no one even looked at the other options. Society just said, "Yeah, we're trapped. We have no choice but to pick from the two evils." No, you don't. No one can just vote. Everyone's like, "Oh, okay. If these are the two evils that we have to pick from, we're not picking. We, the people, we have the power. We're not gonna pick." Could have just did that. Or, hey guys, since we don't want Hillary and we definitely don't like Trump, everyone converge over to Jill Stein. No one did it. I use this as an example of the mentality of society. Society loves drama. Society loves wickedness. Society loves all of the negative narratives. Society does not like good people. It does not like good guys. It does not like positive people. The only positive people, good guys, or whatever that they like are okay. Whatever they like, they only like good narratives that fit the image. It did not. If a good narrative comes up, the image must match the narrative. So I say this because this is a preface to get into what I'm going to get into regarding my life. If there ever is a positive message, ever a world history, ever anything of any great positive, noble, virtuous, anything that's standing, it must come from somebody white. That's how it is. This is not white people being racist. It is white supremacy as a whole. White supremacy isn't a person or a class of people. It's a system. You people need to understand this. It's a system. You have black people who push white supremacy. Are they white? No. But they push it because it's a system. You have Asian people who push white supremacy. You have indigenous people who push white supremacy. For all my Latin American brothers and sisters out there, you have black Brazilians, darker than me, talking about, "I'm not black." In Jamaica right now, people are bleaching their skin so that they look clearer and whiter because they don't want to be black. That is white supremacy in their mind and their system. So I say this because any black person who does not fit this narrative of a black person supporting white supremacy cannot be a positive image for anyone. We can't have that. You have to be You have to have your hair cut, Caesar cut with the fade properly, freshly groomed in the face. You have to wear a suit and tie. You must speak complete proper English with a certain accent. You must dignify yourself, sit up with the posture. All of these things. If you do that, they can accept that black guy. You have to be a non-threatening black image, meaning you can't be a regular black guy. Regular black guys are black nerds with the bifocal glasses and the tilted hat with the skinny jeans and the tight shirt. And he's like, "Hey man, what's going on?" You have to be that because to in white supremacy system that's non-threatening to white people. They see a black guy, "Hey man, I like this black guy. He's real cool." But if you're a guy like TriForce, who okay, TriForce shaves when he has to shave for it. If I have a locks, see locks. Is he from the predator race? If you have dreadlocks, oh, you must be a predator. This is different from white society. Who wears locks? Why do people wear like that? If you have any type of tribal anything that's not conducive to what white supremacy looks like, then you cannot be down. You're a threat. And this threat isn't like a violent threat. It's a threat to their perception of their system and society as a whole. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Now that most of you guys have heard that, right, you'll understand where I'm coming from with this. So, 17 years ago, I came from a small little community, Nintendo community out of the Bronx. And that's where I used to live. I just finished Job Corps. I went to Marist College. I dropped out of high school at ninth grade, went straight to Job Corps, took my GED in one day, got it, went to Marist College, dropped out of college. I have my reasons why I dropped out of school and stuff like that. We're not going to get into that. That's a little bit too political. But anyway, I I had some money saved up because I had jobs, summer jobs and stuff like that. I used to work for Xerox, Danker Services, Goldman Sachs, and stuff like that. I had the required education and whatever to fit that bill. Anyone who's seen pictures of me when I was younger, my black captain and jacket, you saw the Caesar cut, haircut, clean, crisp, shape, whatever. That's the accepted persona of a black person in society today. So they definitely will accept that. But without the mean mug face that I always have and whatnot. So I got my jobs there, but I couldn't be me. If I spoke with any accent, when a lot of people goes, TriForce, if you're Jamaican, how come your accent's so soft? Well, in America, when I was younger, this system was pushed down on me so much. My mother even used to tell me, Isaiah, listen, you have to speak properly because people will look at you in a certain way. And if you don't talk properly, if you don't sit properly, if you don't behave a certain way properly, but mom, why can't I just be me? Because society doesn't want accept you like that, Isaiah. You have to understand how it is. But that's not fair. So I can't be me. I must be what society says I am. Yes, you have to. So you want me to conform. See, we have a problem here. Real gamers don't conform. That's like a gamer say you can't pass level 3. Accept that. Which real gamer goes, yeah, this is it. This is the farthest I can get in this game. I'm gonna stop here. Nah, we got a problem here. Triforce is not conforming. Triforce is not giving up. Triforce will not remain on this level. Oh no, that's just not gonna happen. So I said, nah, we ain't gonna be like that. So I said, I'm gonna be me. My bosses just come, Mr. Johnson. Hey, what's going on? Yes, I need to talk to you for a second. Sit down in the room. Hey, what's going on? Yes, so we're looking at your progress report and everything, and so forth. So wanted to know if you have any things to say before whatever. No, I think I do a pretty good job and whatever. You look so relaxed and stuff like that. This is a part of the unprofessional behavior that we have a qualms with. What do you mean? You know, like you're in here and we're talking to you about your job and you're sitting down and you're slightly leaning, you're not sitting up. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm confused here. I'm not supposed to sit down. Is there a rule book that says this? Did God send down a commandment, an 11th commandment that I didn't see? I can't be relaxed while you're talking to me about my progress report. Is there something? Yeah, it's just that it's this form of insubordination. Is this in a manual in a book? Can I see the code of conduct book? Let me take a look at that. And I was like, you know something? This job's not for me. I'm out. And I leave. And my mother would be like, why did you quit that job? Because they want me to be a robot. I must behave the way they say, not what the code of conduct says. I can follow the code of conduct without changing who I am in the core, but they don't want that because they feel threatened that a black guy can sit in the room comfortably while a progress report's going on without having to shuck and jive and go, yes, master, and all this other foolishness so that the person in charge feels validated, like his job is in the palm of my hand and I can crush him and stuff like that. And look at him cower. You know something? That makes me feel good, so I'll keep him because I feel superior to him. But no, Triforce is like, what are you gonna do? Fire me? Okay, I go get another job. You act as if this is the end of the world for me. Like, and if they hate that, they're like, why is he not bending to me? That's just how people are. And that's not a white thing or a black thing. That's just how people are. Power over other people makes them feel less afraid. So in this context, and I bring up this context, in my entire life, I've been society has tried to push me to be someone I am not, and I don't conform. So when I came out of school or Job Corps and I got these jobs and whatnot, I saved enough money and I bought a house for me and my first wife, right? On Empress Wildflower, or we just call her Daisy for short. And in this house, I had a bunch of video games. And what I used to do is I used to go to the local video game stores on the block and stuff like this. Is in the Bronx. Shout outs to Kwame's Neo Crash and shout outs to Phil at Fordham Comics if you're even still there on Fordham and Webster. We have to get the context of my background. So I have never been the type of person to conform to someone else's prescription to my personality, character, and persona. I can conform to rules. It's like you go into someone's house, they have rules. If you don't follow their rules, you get out of their house. Not a problem. You get a job, you follow the rules. You don't conform to those rules, they fire you or you quit the job. Not a problem. I can deal with that. But in a public manner as a whole, I am not going to conform who I am to make you feel comfortable. That's not happening. And that type of black is what society does not like. So let's get to the heart of the matter. The fighting game community. I don't know if you guys know about these guys. The fighting game community is one of the most volatile places I have ever been into in my entire life, virtually anyway, community wise. Some people would say that's the pot calling the kettle black or some other nonsense or whatever. I've been in the fighting, I'm still even involved in the fighting game community, just not as much now as I was then. And the fighting game community has made me a very volatile person. Years ago, TriForce would be cursing and ranting and raving to fight back against the machine or the microscopic society in the fighting game community that did not like some black Jamaican power glove wearing retro game player coming into their community making up a video game team. See, where I came from, eSports existed long before any of this stuff you're seeing now. In fact, everything you see now in eSports, aka competitive gaming, existed back in the 80s, just not to the grand level it's being posted on. But if you're talking about video game competitions being broadcasted on network television for the world to see and international competition between players in video games, you can go all the way back to 1981/1982 when Walter Day founded Twin Galaxies and they were on ABC's That's Incredible and Time Life magazine was there and all that other stuff and the video game Olympics that they had from the 80s running all the way to the 90s when Nintendo had the Nintendo World Power World Championships and whatnot, and they were at the Epcot Center in Florida and they had like 10,000 players each. Man, you can go back to Space Invaders, which had a 10,000 man tournament, and that's like a little bit before Twin Galaxies. But it was just run by the video game company to sell the games. But you can go that far back, so you can go back 35 years. Now, TriForce, who knew all of this, coming into the fighting game community, says, "Wait, the fighting game community is not developed. It's just a bunch of guys hosting video game tournaments for their community." But it has the platform and the infrastructure to go hard in esports. It didn't have a team. It didn't have nothing. So I said all it had was the guys who was organizing the tournaments in their regional areas. In California, it's called Battle at the Bay. So the big three that stand out is the Battle at the Bay, which turned into Evo. They've done 20 years. Then you have Final Round. Well, 21 years, because as of this year, it'll be 21 years. Final Round, which is in Atlanta, and they've done 20 years, and NEC, which is in the Northeast, which is Northeast Championships, and they've done about 16, 17 years, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so fine. So now that you have those guys, a bunch of other people came around and started making their own tournaments, and I was like, man, we should make our own video game team and compete in this community and set the precedence for competitive gaming on an esports level. So Empire Arcadia became the first esports team in the fighting game community, in which we got chastised for. What are you doing? Playing video games competitively? You're an idiot. You guys play Tetris and Pac-Man and all this other stupid games. Like, come on, man, get out of here with that stupidness. Play a real man game. Play Street Fighter. What? It's a video game. What? Whatever. Okay. Anyway, who's this guy TriForce? I've never heard of him before. This guy's an idiot. This guy's taking kids out of school and out of their homes or away from their jobs to play video games. Let me explain something to you about the guys that I've met in EMP. For the most part, not all of them, for the most part, most of the guys I've met in EMP come from broken homes, hanging out on the corner of the block with gangsters and drug dealers. How do I know they're gangsters and drug dealers? Because gangsters and drug dealers sold drugs out of video game stores. Like, I'm in there playing while they're trying to sell weed to people. Like, anyone who comes from the Bronx, you know what it is. This is the hood. Like, stop it. So when I had my gaming house, I was like, why do I have to keep going into this bad environment to play video games? I have a bunch of video games I've collected since a kid growing up and whatnot. So some of the kids that I was in there that weren't a part of those gangs, they were just there in the environment. I was like, yo, I got a house full of video games and stuff like that. That's where I go and play and stuff like that. If you want to come and chill at the house and whatnot, you can. And some of them came with me. So from Teddy to Steve Lugo to Sin and all of the guys that was on Creston and the Bronx, all the Bronx head, shout outs to the Bronx. Y'all all know what I'm talking about. They all came there. They started playing games. That's how I met Sanford. That's how I met Jerron. That's how I met Dominion. That's how I met Craymore. That's how I met the channel sponsor, Daft Temerity. His name is Jermaine. That's how I met him. And they all used to come to our house and they all used to play video games. And we were away from that negative environment of that gang and whatever is it that they're doing and whatnot. I even got jumped for one of these guys, Teddy, who he went in there. He was playing Marvel vs. Capcom. Some guy came in there and was like, yo, stop throwing me, B. So he was like, what? Like, that's the way the game is. I'm given an option to throw you. Why can't I throw you? Because it's cheesy. Anyone over the age of 30, you know what I'm talking about. And he's like, so Teddy was like, and he threw him. So what happened was he got his bunch of boys to come back to jump Teddy for throwing him in a game. What? So then I'm like, y'all are not going to jump anyone. So this little 15-year-old midget jumped up and punched me in my face. And I had to put Teddy behind me, and these dudes were snuffing me. And I had to take the hit for him. All right, whatever. This is the hood. That's how we rock in the hood. So it's okay. Thank you, Elliot, for the subscription. So anyway, we're going to skip past all of that. So these guys grew up with me. And I say, hey, guys, listen, I want to start a video game team. This is when my wife was like, what are you doing with your life? Like, you can't just have these guys keep coming over here playing video games and taking away time from me. So I'm guilty for trying to be a big brother rather than focusing on my marriage. I'm guilty of that. I've already atoned for that. I already accepted whatever consequence that came. I lost my wife because of my foolishness. Not a problem. But it's not like I lost my wife because of something I was doing was wrong. I'm like, I did one good and neglected another. In the Bible, it says something about you must take care of your wife and your family. I get it. I'm older now. I completely understand. So I don't make those mistakes anymore. Right? So, but long story short, these guys grew up with me. Then I say, yo, if you look at the first-person shooter community, if you look at the RTS community, guys from the CPL, which at that time was dead now, at that time, if we could do the very same thing that they do there and in the retro games in the fighting game community, we can build a super team. And by the time the fighting game community develops into an industry where the suits can come in and invest in the fighting game community, we will be the dream team of the fighting game community, organically built. So the first thing the sponsors and the investors would have to do is invest in us because we're the super team. Everyone's like, yo, that's a godlike idea. Justin Wong joined the team because of that. Ricky Ortiz joined the team because of that. Arturo Sanchez joined the team because of that. Everyone joined the team because of that. There was no, so TriForce, how much money are you paying us? Paying you what? I'm from the Bronx. I'm poor. Pay you what? What sponsors? There was no sponsors then. There was nothing. We were the only ones. So what? Why am I paying? Wait, you come to my house playing video games, use up my electricity, playing on my games, and then you want me to pay you? Oh, that's right. I also forgot to tell you. Did I let you guys know that I employed these guys in Game Express? I actually gave these guys jobs when I was a general manager for Game Express for like 3 years. I gave them jobs. They were making money. Dudes were cutting from work, going to tournaments to represent the team brand, and I was clocking them in as if they were there while they were playing in tournaments. I was buying their Evo tickets to fly them out to California so where they can play at what's the I forgot the name of the venue that they used to go. I did all of this stuff. Yes, I was poor. I'm still poor. Just to let y'all know, I'm still poor. I got no problems being humble about where I came from. I come from poverty. But just because my surroundings is poverty and I don't have much does not mean I am poor inside. I don't have to be poor inside. I'm rich inside. I'm just poor in my surroundings and the things that I guess society determines whether or not you're a great person or not. Because if you don't have a G5 and if you're not leaning in your Benz, then you're a terrible person. That's that first world mentality nonsense. Anyway, so we grew up all together for, wait, I got the first arc well, no, not the first arc. Arc 5, I got in 2007. Arc 6 was in 2011. Yes. So before those fifth and sixth arc, dudes was living in my house. This is what made my wife ultimately divorce me. Because guys used to be sleeping on the floor. She wake up to buttons being snapped on the Super Nintendo and the 64 because they're playing No Mercy and they're playing what's the name of this game? Golden Eye and all this other stuff. And my wife is like, this is crazy. Because she played video games, but she's not hardcore like that. So she was like, this is nuts. And she was like, there's an MTV mini series about this. MTV did a mini series on my life about this exact same thing, and it shows you what we did, which is fine. But the fighting game community never liked me because I organized the players into a team, created a team brand, and we dominated. Justin Wong, Sanford Kelly, Dominion, PR Balrog, Flo, all of these guys. It's like a whole 13 Evo championships in the 15 years that we competed in Evo. We was bodying everyone, and no one liked it. Everyone's like, who is this? Yo, TriForce is the Don King. He's manipulating these kids and taking their money. What money? They don't have any money. They're poor like me. This is crazy. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? They have no money. Oh, you're stealing money from them. What money? So apparently, Sanford Kelly went to Chinatown. He had gone to Evo, and this is why I call them the 09ers, the 2009ers. This is where it comes from. Sanford Kelly won Evo in 2009, beating Justin Wong in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Sanford Kelly made some money. Sanford Kelly came, we owed rent because I've been paying out of my pocket all the time, right? And I said, guys, can y'all all chip in so we can pay the rent so that we're not default on the rent so everyone has a place to stay? And Sanford did not want to put in any money. Sanford then went to Chinatown and said, man, this guy TriForce, man. Like, I just made some money for myself, and now he wants some of that money so I can pay some of the rent. Like, but Sanford, you live in the house with us. I don't mean visit. I mean live. 365 days sleeping on the floor. I come home, I buy food, I cook food, and feed everyone in the house. Other dudes in there like Bloody Bison, Justin Wong, Nightmare, Kraymore, Dominion, other people paid rent. They was like, nah, we got to chip in. If we all come in here burning up electricity, like, how y'all not going to chip in? In the movie The King of Chinatown, this shows you this. In the movie The King of Chinatown. It was all documented, right? So, now, everything is all set. Everything is all good. That goes out there. The trolls go, TriForce is stealing money from these little kids so that he can, I don't know, I guess stay poor. If I'm stealing money from someone, wouldn't I upgrade my life? Why would I continue to stay poor? I don't understand it. So anyway, dudes got into a big argument. Y'all going out there telling people I'm taking y'all money? That's crazy. So no one wants to help pay for the place that you live in? All right, we're going to see what's going to happen when no one pays the rent for the place. So Arc 5 got closed. When Arc 5 got closed, because no one wanted to pay the rent, which is the arc that you saw in The King of Chinatown, everyone got put out into the street. there's a guy called Long Island Joe. He came to the Ark the final night that we were all there. The power was turned off. We had to turn on the gas to let heat in the house because it was the winter when this happened. And we were all laying on the floor, and he was like, "Yo, man, this is sad that you losing the gaming house, TriForce." I was like, "This is what happens if you don't help. If you're not gonna help, then I don't understand. Like, it's just like, what do you expect to happen if everyone is not chipping in and we're all using the resource? If once the resource is consumed, we're going to be done. You can't think about just yourself. You have to think about the whole." So anyway, everyone got kicked out. Everyone's in the street. I was in the street for about a week. Then a good friend of mine, can't say his name. He never wants me to talk about him. But Iraq war veteran came out. Him and Royal Lance was like, "TriForce, it's sad that you made all of that sacrifice, lost your wife, then those guys abandoned you, then you lost the house. We're going to give you a fresh start." And those guys put me up in Arc 6, which is called the God's Arc. And that was the blizzard of 2011. I dodged it because we just moved in time. And those guys were in the street, hopping from friend house to friend house, sleeping on their floor, all of this other nonsense. At that time, Justin Wong had done left Empire Arcadia for that reason. He was like, "TriForce, you're going to let these guys overrun you until they put you in the poorhouse and put you in the street, and I'm not going to be here for that because I have my own family to take care of." I'm like, "Yeah, but Justin, I need your help." And that's why Justin bounced. And I don't have a problem with Justin because I said, "You know something? You're right. I can't expect you to sit here and sink with me in the ship when you have your own family to take care of." That's why I don't have a problem with Justin. And the funny thing is, if you go and ask Justin, Justin goes, "Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't have a problem with TriForce. I tried to tell TriForce that these guys were going to use him." And that's what happened. But no one talks about that with Justin. Oh, that's right. Because Justin's saying something positive about TriForce. And he's not condemning him, which is what the negative trolls want. All right. So now, after all of that foolishness, and then we get the new arc, the guys all come back. All right, guys. You saw what happened in the arc 5. Got to work together now. Time's hard. Some members in the Empire, family members died, and they were living on their own. Other members, they just live in poverty. They're living off of welfare and all this other stuff, and that's no strike against anyone's living off of welfare, but like, you guys are gassed if you guys believe that these guys come from like middle class families. Like, behave yourself. Like, no, you guys are getting this whole thing twisted. So I've been struggling and surviving and whatnot. I bring these guys back into the fold. Guess what happens? The same exact thing again. So we lose Arc 6. Now Arc 6 is gone. This is after Nelson invested money into the Empire, got us our jerseys, got our Empire Arcadia joystick, the first eSports team fighting game controller ever made. Shout outs to Kamba for believing in us when Mad Cats did not. That's why Mad Cats is dead and Kamba's still alive now. Hold that. Anyway, so now we're in this I'm in the void. Members displaced all over the place. They go to new teams, all this other stuff. People are crapping on me. "Yo, TriForce, man. Yo, whatever happened to the great Empire?" I said, "Yo, it's like Empire is mobile now. We just have to make it work with what we have." So although a lot of players left, some stayed. Guys like KDZ, guys like Jaron, guys like Darth Armor, guys like Rasan, so many other guys like the Game Fernando. So many players stayed, although so many left. Blood Red, Lance, a lot of guys stayed. And because they knew what it was. They know the truth behind it. They're like, "Yeah, you're getting a bad rap for something that's not even necessarily true." What happened? Robin. Still telling our history, TriForce? No, this is the final time. I'm doing this stream because the trolls are in here. I'm going to get my whole story out, and then I want every single troll that's in here who's accusing me of something to accuse me, and I'm going to debunk all their garbage so that the next time someone keeps coming, "TriForce, I heard this about you," I'm just going to give them this link. That's it. I'm not going to talk about this no more. They're just going to get the link, and I'm like, "Watch it." But it's 2 hours long. Watch it. I don't care about how long it is. You can just watch it. So then now, 2013 now, we're in this big situation. We lost the Ark. We have Empire Arcadia has to go mobile. The frontline soldiers led by KDZ hold the line, right? Go to Evo. We win 2 more championships after that. Flocka was down with us at the time. Knuckle Dude was down with us at the time. Tapper Bison was down with us at the time. They went out there. The guys did a great job at Evo. We won 2 Evo championships in 2013. Blah, blah, blah. Mewtwo King was there, whatever. 2014 come. Some guys want to invest in Empire Arcadia. For legal purposes, I'll not mention their name. They want to sponsor Empire Arcadia and also become partners to the organization. Right? They partnered up for a very short time. Things didn't work out because how they wanted to run the organization versus how I wanted to run the organization was clashing. This caused a lot of friction between the players. Players like Tampa Bison, TriForce said, this is the funny part. It's on Reddit. You guys need to go look up Tampa Bison on Reddit. Tampa Bison leaves Empire Arcadia. Look that up on Reddit. Read the story. It is the dumbest story ever. TriForce said that they were going to look for investors to invest in the team to sponsor us. But I had to sign a contract to join the organization, and there was no money involved in the contract. But TriForce owes me money. Let's back up. TriForce gets a new management team who's helping to get us investors to sponsor us. That includes me, right? So the money's coming from these investors, not me, because I'm getting some of it, right? TriForce says to be on the team, I have to sign a contract, but in the contract, there's no money involved. Yeah, because I don't have no money to give you, so what were you expecting? He signs a contract. Now you say, I owe you money? You signed a contract that says, I'm not giving you any money because I don't have money to give you. So if you wanted money, why'd you sign the contract? This is the foolishness I'm talking about. Foolishness. Straight foolishness. He wrote that on Reddit. Everyone read it and went right past that. Jagan was like, did I not read this part right here? And people, I'm like, are people this dumb? And this is what I'm talking about, society. Because TriForce does not fit the image. If I fit the image that society wants, then everyone would have caught that line. I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? If you signed a contract that say that you are going to get paid, then what's the problem? Like, blah, blah, blah. But TriForce is not, what's the word for this? Accepted in certain parts of the video game industry. And that's fine. Because I don't need to be accepted by people. Some people will love me. Some people will hate me. I am fine with that. Anyway, moving forward, right? Long story short. Everyone says TriForce is this evil person. Players have said this. Players have said that. Players have done this. Players have done that. Okay, so let's take a look at the circumstance right now. TriForce is poor, living in a third world country, right? Making ends meet by doing YouTube videos as a career, like other people such as Swoozy, KSI, PewDiePie, and many, many other guys in the fighting game community. Oh, Maximilian is 600,000 plus subscribers. So those guys can go do it. Get donations, get massive subscribers. YouTube pays them. They live a great life. You see the guys' mics and stuff like that? They got the mean setup with the DX Racer chair, sitting down, swiveling. Yo, they leaning when they got booths, whole booths talking about and whatever, and they making money. And no one says anything. TriForce, a poor man living in the third world who, remember, there's people, oh, TriForce goes around begging for food. So, I'm an evil person. Let's get the begging for food thing down pat. I'm a poor man from a third world country. You're accusing me for begging for food. When did that make me an evil person? Oh, I get it. In the first world, when you beg for food, you're less than human. And you're a terrible person. So the person who has the mentality, you're begging for food, you disgust me. That person's okay. But the person who has the humility to say, this is what it is. I'm trying my best to make ends meet. I'm doing something, like I don't want to, since y'all accusing me of begging for food, all right, let me try to earn food. So let me do this YouTube thing, create content, make money so I can buy myself food. Oh, you're an e-beggar. So what do you want me to do? Get a job. I tried applying for jobs, especially in the third world. Oh, that's right. I need to get my visa. I need to get all of these other things, and then you have to hope to get hired. Honey, you worked for a telecommunication company. Don't want to say no names. They hired you on contract through your connection, and how long did you stay? 4 months, and then they just fired you, right? That's it. So now that means you're a bum and you're a terrible person because you don't have a job. Oh, I see. I see. So if you get a job and you lose a job, you're a terrible person. So all the odd jobs Triforce had while living in America or at working in America, in the King of Chinatown movie, it's the funny part about people say get a job. In the King of Chinatown movie, at the end of the movie, it shows me getting a job at Office Max. And then they chastise me. Go and look at the King of Chinatown movie on YouTube. Read the comments. They're dissing me for getting a job. So if I get a job, they diss me. If I don't have a job, they diss me. So I'm hungry. I don't have a job. I tried to get a job. I can't get a job. I can whatever. I'm begging for food. They diss me. Okay, let me try this YouTube thing and make some money. Oh, you're an e-beggar. So I can't win. This is what they want. They want me to die. That's what they want. They want me to die. They need me dead. They don't like black people who persevere. They don't like black people with self-determination. This is why I made the preface earlier. They like black people who submit. Now, if I was a wonky, honky dory black guy or whatever, or because there's another version of black that they'll accept, the ghetto and cantankerous, loud and I don't want to say that word, the N word, black guy who's the typical negative, accepted thug. If I do that, or the corny little nerdy, non-threatening black guy, society can accept that because that's what they want everyone in society to see black people as. Those two options. But if you're a self-determined, ambitious, intelligent, hardworking, struggling, on your grind, black guy, that's a threat. That's a threat. And we cannot have that. So we need to find what is bad about this guy, demonize him, make him Satan's son, and destroy him. So I've always understood this. I don't really complain about it. I just say, okay, so if that's the way the level is laid out, I'm not going to complain about the level in the game. I'm just going to go, okay, I'm going to beat the game. And the haters hate it. Like, this guy is just, he sees the level, we set up the level, and he's still beating the level. Yeah. You know how many times people have come on and said, TriForce, why don't you just give up? Who in their right mind would tell a person to give up? Who does that? Who does this? Who tells a person to give up? What type of person would you be to give up? So I noticed the type of person I am. See, all the people watching this room, there's a lot of minorities, and when I say minorities, I mean non-white people. Actually, let's not say non-white people. Let's get to the root of the problem. Non-middle class and rich, because this is really racism is a product of classism, which is the real problem on planet Earth. Classism. And if you don't meet the standards of middle class and rich, you should die. That's the psychology behind it. And what people like TriForce, who does not yield to this foolishness, inspires hope to people in the very same situation I'm in. And those people can identify with TriForce because they live that struggle. Why you think I'm back here in Jamaica trying to start a mission to help people? Because I came out of the bucket and I came back with a rope. I'm no crab that's gonna be like, I'm out, so let me do the shuck and jive with the society and be like the nah. I'm only out of the bucket because I came here to make this bread and come back and help my people and get other people out of the bucket. Something very few people do. Yet no one brings this up. No one talks about the good TriForce does. Nah, let's just talk about the accusations of the wickedness he's done with no evidence. It's like the situation in Syria. Oh, Bashar al-Assad used sarin gas, 57 Tomahawk warheads. Boom, 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 boom. Do you have any proof of that, Trump? Our intelligence said, I didn't ask you what your intelligence said. Do you have any proof? No. The UN's like, that's a war crime. Oh, but who's going to arrest America for war crimes? No one. They run the UN. Like, beat it. Listen, those rules are for you guys. You're under our class. So we're above the law. We it doesn't matter what rules we break. We make the rules. So we can break the rules so that we can do what we need to do and then remake them so you can't do it. And that's what society's issues is. So TriForce has never been one to conform, and I'm not gonna be the one to conform. And I keep telling people, you're gonna have to come and kill me physically, because I'm not stopping. Straight Malcolm X, straight Gandhi, minus the racist part from Gandhi, straight Martin Luther King, straight JFK. No, B, nah, B. You gotta come kill me. It ain't no. Oh, perhaps with a certain amount of money we can cut. No, if that, you know how many companies hit me up when I said I was gonna do the end team and they all wanted to invest in me? I said no, because I already know what they're about. They're not here to invest in me. They're here to take advantage and exploit the whole brand of the end team and going and using gamers from YouTube to go into third world countries and help them with using video games and stuff like that. Yeah, they don't care about the people starving and what they're not getting and how underprivileged. They don't care about none of that, man. It's to them, it's a business. And I'm like, nah, I ain't with you guys. Thank you for the offer, but no thanks. 1 second, guys. Hey, 1K Billy, thank you for the donation, man. So let's get to the other part. So now that you guys know the type of person I am, right? I'm not gonna end the stream because this topic's gonna go on, but I'm gonna end my part because I want to read what the trolls have to say. Because they got a lot to talk about for people who've never been there. So I've been there, but they've never been there, and they're gonna say what they gotta say. All right. So for me, I've long since accepted the fate of what has happened to me and many of the players that have left the organization, and some that have stayed. Not a problem. I get it. See, I could agree with you trolls if I was in the better position in this entire whatever you want to call this muck and mire of nonsense. I get it. If you guys are talking about that, I get it. But I'm still poor. I'm still in a third world. I'm not making a lot of money. I'm making enough. Mr. Incentive, Angel Cooling, Nintendo Bro, 1K, and that's what I'm making, and whatever YouTube's giving me. And you know what that's used for? Help pay mom's rent, buy food so that we all can eat, pay the water bill so we can take a shower, pay pay the rent so we can sleep, and any excess money so that I can continue to create content for you guys, travel the world, and entertain you guys with something different and real. Not that cookie cutter niche nonsense that you see everyone doing on YouTube. I'm not about that life. Force don't copy nobody. Force is God body. We on the original jump off. Straight OG status here. So, no, don't, mods, do not block anyone. I invited the trolls here. I'm going to slaughter all of them. Leave them. Don't block no one. Let them say what they gotta say. We're gonna address all of this. Let them stay here. They just walked into a death trap. I'm gonna send all you boys to the Phantom Zone with Nick. Best believe it's a wrap for all of you fools. I don't want to see a single troll blocked. Leave them here. So now, a lot of these players who have left, let's bring up the names. Mewtwo King, Knuckle Dude, Justin Wong. Who else? I'll just use those three. They're all in better positions than me. Knuckle Dude won he won Capcom Cup. He bought 2 brand new cars. I think he put down some money on a house and everything. So he's golden. Justin lives in Cali. He works for Nvidia or ATI, one of the software tech company, and got picked up by Team Echo Fox, which is 5-time NBA champion Rick Fox. Is it 5-time or 3-time? No, 3-time NBA champion. At 5 or 3, I don't know. I think it's 5 because he was on the Spurs. I forgot about Rick Fox being on the Spurs. It's like 5-time NBA champion, millionaire, and he's on Team Rick Fox with with Mewtwo King, who's also on the team. And they get to travel all around the world, salaries paid, sponsorships out the wazoo, all of this stuff. Congratulations. I'm genuinely happy for those guys. No, this is not even a diss. This is not even a diss. Nate, thank you for the $10 donation. This is not a diss. This is the greatest sincerity coming from me. Every single member who has left Empire Arcadia and gone on to teams that have put them in better pastures, congratulations, and thank you to those teams for recognizing the talent in those players to give those players a better opportunity. This team Empire Arcadia was created to get those players to that position, whether they're in the team or they've gone to another team. That was the point. That was the entire point. That was the mission from jump start. Getting these guys off the street. That was it. Okay, they're off the street. They're not off the street through Empire Arcadia directly, indirectly, because they were on the team and the team was so powerful and people recognized their talents for them winning their championships and they moved on to greater pastures. Great. We got another crab out of the bucket. He's no longer poor. He's moving up. So that's my job. Go down into the bucket and try to get as many crabs out of the bucket as I possibly can and get these guys on to greener pastures, whether directly in our team, right, via like KDZ, or they move on to another team and it gives them a better opportunity. Good. I have no problems with them. I'm happy for them. Even with this situation with Knuckle doing the stupid dine and dash. Oh, TriForce dine and dash. And I never said I didn't dine and dash. The man said he was going to pay for my food, invited me to come eat. I said, yeah, order something. I ordered something. And then when the bill came, said, I'm not paying for you. So what people was like, what TriForce was supposed to do was to be the bigger man and pay for it. No. TriForce is going to follow principle. Forget this bigger man foolishness. You said you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. I got up and I left. I wasn't there alone. It's not a he said, she said story. I was there with another person, Jerron. And Jerron was like, yo, you said you was going to pay for it, dogs. Now you're going to go online and say TriForce just left and didn't pay for it. You said you was going to pay for it. Why you did that for? But that's Knuckle Doo being Knuckle Doo. Knuckle Doo's a jerk like that at times. He is. Anyone who knows about Knuckle Doo, you know he does stuff to kind of get under people's skin. That's what he does. I invited him to come on stream with me, Justin, Flo, and Jerron, who was with us, to talk about it. He was like, no. But everyone denies the fact that he didn't want to come on stream to face up to what actually happened. I never said I didn't get up and left. I said I did get up and leave because he said he was going to pay for it, and then he tried to stick me with the bill. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I dined and dashed. Straight dashed on him. Hold that. You don't sit here and lie in my face. Now, if I was a different person, if I was a 40-year-old version, oh, you want an N? Well, an N is here now. I would have slapped him across the table, robbed him for his money, and then left him to pay the bill after I just robbed him. That's what people from Brooklyn do, and we was in Brooklyn. So for all you New York heads, y'all know what would have happened. Y'all know what would have happened if TriForce was a different person. If this was a different person, y'all not paying for your bill. What? It'd have been a situation. I just got up and left. Principle. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you won't pay for it. That's it. Oh, you're a terrible person, TriForce, for standing on principle? That's crazy. I don't understand this. Then I gave him the chance to come and talk to Justice said, Knuckle, come on the stream and let's talk about this. Nah, I don't want to talk about this. Of course you don't want to talk about it because you know you're wrong. So, now, yes, straight foolishness. So in any event, if this is the part I don't get, and this is the thing I want to ask the trolls. So, because I pretty much explained everything. So, trolls, here's my question to you. Because this is the thing I don't understand from you guys. If I'm happy for them, let's see. Justin's in a better position. Ricky's in a better position. PR Balrog's in a better position. Flo was always in a good position. Flo is rich. He was rich. Flo doesn't need any of this. Marn's in a better position. Snake Eyes is in a better position. Mewtwo King's in a better position. Armada's in a better position. I'm missing a couple of people, but they're all in better positions. And I'm happy for them. You should be happy for them. TriForce isn't in a better position. TriForce is in the same position he was always in. So, if they're in a better place and they're happy, and I'm happy for them, and you're happy for them, why are you still attacking me when I have not improved or progressed? Why are you attacking me for trying to survive? Why are you trying to kill me for trying to eat? Answer that question. What did I do that's so evil that made you judge me that I should die and I shouldn't eat? I shouldn't feed my family. I shouldn't feed my fiance. I shouldn't feed myself. What did I do? What did I do? Answer that. You're in the room. Answer that. We're here waiting. Answer that. Write it down, trolls. Show everyone. Show everyone. Because what I just did was put a mirror in front of you right now. So now everyone gets to see the reflection of who you are. Because I already showed who I am. And I don't hide who I am. That's why I said the absolute truth. I'm going to stand right in the light of truth. And the light of truth is shining down on me right now. Come see me now. Come in the light of truth. Come on. Let's go. Write it down. Write it down. Come write it down right now. Write it down. Come attack me now. Let's see what you got to say. Answer, boy. I'm waiting. Come on, trolls. I invited you in here. Attack. One, took money from kids, but I gave them a job and I gave them a place to live. How did I take money from them? Doesn't pay them back. Complains about the situation and doesn't do anything about it. So I'm streaming to make money to try to live, to do something about it, and then you call me an e-beggar. So you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. So I'm trying to do something about it, and you're telling me don't do this to solve the situation. So you're a hypocrite. You see, damned if I do, damned if I don't. Foolishness. Burnt. Eviscerated. Get that fool in the Phantom Zone.
Back to the Phantom Zone. Never again.
Next. Who's next? No money pity parties. You need to work harder. What does determine working harder? Who determines that? Oh, get a 9-to-5 job that's based on someone determining whether they should hire you. So rather than sit. Oh, so but I could do something better though. I can take matters into my own hand and be responsible and create a form of income where I don't have to depend on someone's whim to fire me so I can pay the situation back or sort out this issue that they're complaining about. But that's wrong. I should depend on someone. So because I'm independent, I'm wrong. Oh, that's right. We went over this about non-threatening black people. So you don't like ambitious, independent black people who take matters into their own hand and be accountable and responsible. I should become dependent and become irresponsible to the situation. So it's a pity party. Eviscerated. Get the out of here. Get into that Phantom Zone. Next. Who's next? That's two bodies. Next. Come on. Next. Where you at? I'm right here. I'm right here. Come see me. I'm right here. If I have a positive relationship with Mutual King or not, I said what's up to Mutual King a month and a half ago when I called his manager and we was shooting his drip off because he's coming down here in June to chill. And Mutual King was in the background. I was like, yo, what up, Jason? He was like, what's going on, TriForce? Ain't no hate. He's doing well. I'm happy for him. He's making the money he says he wants to make. So where you at, trolls? Where are you? I'm waiting. What's going on? Trolls, where you at? Attack. Don't listen to the nah, Jacob. I'm here to kill them. I invited them. This is a death trap. They're here to get destroyed. Come see me. I'm not a troll, but I want to answer. You're a soldier. You are courageous and different than other people. For real, I give you props. Thank you. Where you guys at? Yo, it is. When I see people complaining about the situation and do nothing about it, it makes me sick. Sure, he's doing YouTube, but he can do that on the side as well as doing another job. My man, wait, no, whoa. See, now, we're gonna just veer off slightly for a second. My man, what do you know about doing YouTube? I put more hours in YouTube than people got 9 to 5 jobs when they do overtime. You stupid? Do you not see how long I stream? I stream like twice a day plus vlog. Plus the editing. Then I gotta help take care of the family? You stupid? What are you talking about? You acting like I live in America. I live in Jamaica. This is what I'm talking about, first world mentality. You think what you're doing is you're applying your first world issues to a third world. How you do that, B?
It's hard enough for people with TXCs and exam passes to get a job because it's saturated down here. But let alone a person that is originally not in Jamaica now, doesn't have papers, come with an accent, so it's going to be kind of awkward giving him a job, and they might not
You gotta
want to.
talk to me.
Okay, and they might not want to pay him because he's too qualified. Because it's harder to get a job for him.
Because they're gonna feel just oh well, since he comes from a first world, we have to pay him more. But they don't take any of that into consideration.
It's not America. It's hard to get a job down here. Qualified or not qualified.
Trolls, where are you? Like that was the last voice from that guy who was put in the Phantom Zone along with the other idiot, and they're all both in there with Nick. TriForce. I'm not trying to put you down, but you can do YouTube and a job on the side. When you, my man, you don't know that. You don't know that, and no, you can't because what you're not taking into consideration is the time I need to sleep, which I barely get any sleep doing YouTube now. So where am I going to get the time to go get a 9 to 5 job? Didn't I explain to you that I cannot get a job here because I do not have the papers to get a job here? I don't have a place of residence in. First of all, in the first world, if you don't live somewhere, you cannot get a job. I don't see you guys going over to Etika saying, yo, Etika, you're a terrible person, you're a bum, and blah, blah, blah. My man came out of what's the name of it? A homeless shelter. What's Etika's job? Oh, Etika does YouTube. Etika does YouTube, comes out of a homeless shelter. What's the problem? Do you go on Etika's stream, say something to him? Do you? Oh, I get it. See, they look at Etika, and not to say Etika isn't a strong, ambitious black man, because I've actually talked to him, and he is. But they like Etika drinking, almost killing himself, acting like a fool, shucking and jiving, so he's a non-threat. So he gets the pass. Oh, I get it. So I have to entertain you like a goon or a coon to get the pass. Then it's okay. Nah. We don't do that. Dude's talking about you could do YouTube and get a full-time job. But why don't you say that to KSI or PewDiePie or Swoozy? Why did you say that to any of those guys? I don't understand. There's another troll in here? No, I'm not saying anything about Etika. However Etika got into a homeless shelter is irrelevant. The point is he's using YouTube to turn his life around, and it's okay. TriForce is trying to use YouTube to turn his life around, and it's not okay. That's the point I'm making. See, the young prince, you clearly missed my entire point. Me and Etika actually spoke about that already. And Etika was like, man, this is what I got to do to make a living. And I was like, true, I can't judge you on that. That's what he does. And I don't judge him on it. My point I'm trying to say is how first world mentalities are. So I have what let me break it down in more in rather than using general society, let me put it between two people. So if TriForce doesn't do exactly what Etika does, it's wrong. That's the point I'm trying to make. I can't do YouTube in my own way and make a living and take care of my responsibilities and my what's the name of this thing and be accountable for anything that any what's the word for this any debts or transactions that I may owe. No, because Triforce doesn't do it that way is what makes him wrong. Then dudes who don't do YouTube like how I do it sit here and say you can go get a 9 to 5 job at the same time. That's funny. First of all, let me explain something to you about YouTubers. This is something I found out about Alex. When me and the Cap was online, I did not know creating content after a full day of standing in line would be that hard. We were barely getting any sleep at all. Let's look at Nintendo World as being a 9 to 5 job. Every day we go out there to stand out on the line. Thank God all we did was stand out on the line. We didn't actually do any actual work. Because the amount of, when you do physical work, sitting down in front of a computer, whatever, or labor, let's say I worked at Nintendo World. And I went to Nintendo World every day from 8 when they open to 8 at night when they close, right? And I'm working. Then I have to go home and I have to vlog, sleep, and get up and do that 30 days. Me and C&D would never make it past the first week. We would never make it past the first week. You know how many days we were late getting back online and all we did was go out on the other day and vlog. But you know how many days we were late? Rachel will tell you how many times she had to come out there with other people and sit and hold the spot until we get there. We have vlogs about it. Oh, C&D's dead tired. So how long do you think we could do that? Oh, I guess that's your mentality of saying work harder, right? That's work harder, right? Beat it. Beat it with that. That's my entire point. You are making assumptions based on what you think is the best way to solve the issue. You do not know what's going on. That's why that's like first world people chastising people in third world people. Well, the reason why you guys live in third world countries is because you guys don't do this and that. You don't know the circumstance. You do not know the environment. Stop making assumptions. That's the last time I'm going to address you from the phantom zone because you don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to get you back. No, Rachel, they don't understand, Rachel. They don't. And the sad thing is, Etika and C&D, Rachel, Gabe, and all those guys can come in here and tell him that, and he still won't believe it. Do you know why? Because the narrative that TriForce is this demonic person, he has to hold on to that. Because TriForce's persona is threatening.
All of them really watch, all of them, these trolls watch YouTube and they see how people vlog. They vlog from in the morning to in the night. So that's a day of filming and they have to edit all of that and that takes a while. So if they must have got a 9 to 5 job, you're supposed to put more hours in that other job and
Then you
that's
can't
not
YouTube.
realistic.
And first of all, this is the funny thing. You have to get the 9 to 5 job first. They have to hire you. In this situation, I don't have to be hired. I hired myself. Bring Etika in here. I'll open up Skype. Bring Etika in here. No, CFX. He doesn't. This is what I talk about narrative. He cannot see things from from my perspective because it's threatening to his universe. That's why I said I'm going to destroy the trolls' universe. That's why I'm destroying the universe. Forget about destroying them. Destroy the environment that they live in and they cannot survive. They're like germs. They're like a disease. Destroy the carcass and the disease dies. That's Storm. You know how you help me? Subscribe. Watch the channel. Share. You don't have to donate. Just watch the channel, share. Rachel, thank you for the donation. Holding the line, editing vlogs, etc. is super hard. It takes a lot of energy and time. Thank you. And that's coming from someone who just stood the line for Mario Kart 8 and they're a donator. Eviscerated. Get the out of here. Etika is live. He just went live. We're gonna get Etika. Hold on. How can I get Etika on his stream? I gotta Skype him, right? We gotta use this. Does ask your mother where's a ask your mother where the speaker is. Go find out if where your mother's speaker is. Zeus. Tweet Etika. Tell him TriForce is gonna call him. Tyler, thank you for the donation. Etika is saying how people charge back their money, and I charged back on C&D stream because it didn't pop up, so I'm sorry. No, don't worry about it, Tyler. Yo, what's Etika's stream? I need to go in his stream. Oh, he's away from the chair right now? He just got up, right? Come on, Etika. If I can't call him. Can't call him right now. I'm kind of upset because like, where the trolls at, B? Like, this is crazy. Where are you guys at? Come see me. We in here, B. Come see me. Etika's a perfect person I want to talk to. I want to get so real, it's just too much.
Any of these that I've dealt with within my entire time
He's back?
streaming, I've probably dealt with 100 chargebacks, or maybe even 120 chargebacks. And it's all from people who decide that after the donation is done, they want to get their money back because they already got their message out.
Listen to this foolishness.
Maybe some of these people aren't informed about how much damage that does, how it can freeze accounts, how it can start investigations, how it can get you kicked off of PayPal, banned off of PayPal for the future. Because if there's too many chargebacks initiated with too many investigations going on at one time, it gives PayPal the notion that your account is in danger. As a matter of fact, the only reason why my PayPal has not been shut down yet is because my channel is so large and receives so many donations that the ratio percentage of chargebacks in comparison regular donations is massive. I get a lot of chargebacks.
Draco, thank you for the donation. When I started winning tournaments, I'm gonna need that EMP title, EMP. Draco, since we're gonna be doing that later on this year. Can you guys hear this? See, see what the people are doing to Etika. They can't hear, not anymore. All right, so I'm just gonna run it like this. Oh man, I need to. We can hear your voice, but you guys can't hear him. One second.
Fees and anything extra that they want to tack on from any bank account or debit card or credit card linked to your PayPal. And not only that, if they're not able to relinquish the funds from those three accounts, three potential payment sources that you have in your PayPal, the police get involved. It becomes a serious investigation. And then it becomes something on the lines of seller fraud. Because the thing is, when you look at the page, these people are saying that, oh, they didn't either authorize the payment or they're not getting the products that they paid for. When in reality, there's no product that was paid for, no exchange
Look at this
of the
foolishness.
services or goods for funds. All it is a donation. And for some reason...
Oh my goodness, I can't. I see. That's stupid. Sorry about that, guys.
Body on the wall. Completely. Leave that shit up there. So next time somebody
Wait a
thinks
minute,
to do
is
this
it
sick shit,
time?
they think...
Time out. Just out of curiosity, what are the terms and conditions about streaming someone else's stream? Is that a violation of YouTube services? Streaming another person's stream? Time out for a second. Hold on.
Let me put this back in. Where's my?
I'm not too sure, guys. Um, I think streaming another person's stream could be an issue. So I want to play it safe and not. Oh, it's up to the person. Oh, he would have to strike me. Okay. All right. No, but I don't know. I kind of feel cheap, like listening to his stream from my stream. I'd rather you guys go over to his channel and give him the views, or just open up dual streams at the same time, if that's the case. See, I want to talk to Edeka about that. What he's talking about, I actually want to talk to him about that. But I do get the point. It's not about stopping the N team. I don't want to get what's the word for this? I don't want to get caught up into it's about us. I'll try to hit up Edeka a little bit later on. He's so in focused into that issue. There's no way I'm going to be able to get to him. So I'm just going to continue on with what I'm saying. I'll get back to Edeka a little bit later on. Anyway, I thought it was going to take me 2 hours to eviscerate, blow up the whole universe these trolls live in, but it actually took me shorter than that. The reality is this: trolls, Well, let me not say that. Trolls, cells, all of these other people. Listen, listen, listen. I say listen 3 times because it requires you guys to listen. You're not going to stop me. I've lived in poor conditions than the condition I'm living in now. So you're not going to stop me. And you're not man enough to come see me. You're just not. So it doesn't make sense you continue these stupid fights. It doesn't make sense you try to destroy me professionally. You cannot destroy me professionally because I don't represent any professional organization. I represent me. I represent the brand I built with these hands and my time. And to be very honest with you, the brand is me. So if you're not gonna see me in any of those things, I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all tell me. Give up, cause you ain't gonna beat me. If you don't like what I do, if you don't like what I'm accused of, why are you watching? Explain that. Why you support by watching? When this stream is over, it's going to be like 2,000 plus views. Why'd you give me that? That makes no sense. Why'd you give me that amount of views? If you hate me, why? It doesn't make sense. Why do you live your life so negatively? Didn't you? Don't you feel a sense of accomplishment knowing that TriForce is poor, living in a third world country, and I can't. I'm not balling like my former ex-players who've left me. Isn't that a victory for you guys? Isn't it? Aren't you guys happy? That should be a victory. You guys should be able to move on and you guys should be good. Why are you still attacking? It doesn't make sense. Glake. Oh, so the gentleman called Glake that's in this room right now, that's a member of EMP. Glake will tell you, because there's members in EMP that don't like the members who left EMP. Because they're like, man, these guys are lying against you, Triforce, just so that they can get in good standings with other people. And I be telling them, it is what it is. That's what they got to do to fit into whatever circle they're trying to fit into. That's called conforming. Now, whether some of these players left to conform or some of these players left because they just had a better offer that I cannot match, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that, B. I'm happy for them. They're good. It doesn't matter. So if I'm happy for them, they're happy for them, you're happy for them, what is the problem? There is none. There's nothing for the trolls to say. I'm speaking rhetorically. Their universe doesn't even exist. Now, we have 20 minutes left. 1 second. I gotta go get something. I had to go get my mother box. Time out. I'll be right back. I'm going somewhere. I want you guys to come with me. Now we're in the phantom zone. There go that right there, Nick. Let's talk about this punk. So Nick apparently is trying to amass a small little army in the Phantom Zone to attack me like an idiot, right? There's this guy, oh man, this guy went out and got some guy called Rudy J. Ferretti who made a video about me, right? Borderline racist. It's so racist, it's cringy. I feel sorry for white people who listen to it because it makes them look bad. Like, can you imagine what it feels like being white if you're not white? So this question is not to white people. This is a question to people who are not white. Can you imagine how it feels being white and you're not racist, but you see a white racist person? It makes you feel cringy and guilty, like he's misrepresenting white people, which that's what racist people do. Racist people are misrepresenting humanity as a whole, right? So this is not against you guys. Trust me. I have a lot of white friends. Wow, that's what white people say. I'm not racist. I have a lot of black friends. So now I know what you guys say about that. But you know what I mean. Like I have white friends. I have real close white friends. I have white friends in my team, and I have white friends that's like as a part of my family. My grandfather is Walter Day. Walter Day is white, and he's my granddad. Like I'm literally consider him my grandfather. So I don't care about any of that nonsense, right? Publicly speaking. Anyway, now this guy Nick is going around attacking me, saying, "Let me put it in the chat for you." I got this from shout outs to Tyler. He sent this to me. No, yeah, this is Tyler, right? Let me get this. Reddit.com. Guys, read this foolishness. This is straight coonery. Read this foolishness and epic levels of coonery. Lap. The rundown is trolls won't leave me alone. Trolls will not leave me alone. They see me finding another way without conforming to society, without conforming to communities, or conforming point blank, and it's pissing them off. They see that we're doing good on YouTube, where like the Nintendo community is coming to support me. They hate it. They're calling me an e-beggar. Oh, TriForce is online begging on whatever. We had a guy in this room who was questioning why don't I get a job while I YouTube. I'm like, you can't YouTube as a career and have a job at the same time. You have to pick one or the other, yeah. And according to him, he made the assumption that I'm not working hard enough. That's the crazy part. All when I'm staying up with you guys for like 18 hours straight playing Tetris, then get 2 to 3 hours of sleep, get up, vlog, and then come back on stream. Not to mention I have to spend time with the missus and help out the family. According to him, that is not working hard enough. Not to mention I have to learn what's the name of this thing, this program, Premiere and all. He's not taking any of that into consideration. He just automatically assume I'm not working hard enough and I'm not paying my debts, which I already explained to everyone that the debt I have with the eviscerated one isn't a debt. He told me I can pay him back whenever I can. Whenever I can. I currently can't. See what people.
The money coming in, the so-called money is like you put a timestamp on it. Yeah, you're getting money
No,
now.
no, 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 no. This is what he wants me to do. He wants me to take the money that I made for the Jamaica cause and go pay him.
Yeah, you get to see a time lamp on the money
No,
that
I'm not. I'd rather default before I pay him first. He will get paid when I make profit. That's when he'll get paid. And if anyone says, "Oh, that's wrong, TriForce," okay, so I'll own up and be wrong. I'll be guilty for that. I'm not paying that scumbag lying. You guys talk. People accuse me of being pedo.
that even though you tried to help him out yourself and he still was there disrespecting you
Exactly.
and you still
And I
tried
still
to
try to help
send
him.
him home.
And now, after doing that, my man tried to, not to cut you up, honey. After doing all of that, my man still tried to attack me afterwards. I'm going to expose you. Expose me with what? That you were stuck in France. So let me get this straight. You find enjoyment in trying to expose me being trapped in another country when I was trying to help you get out of you being trapped in another state? And everyone skips over that. Yeah, but TriForce, you still owe him. Okay, if we're gonna go by principle, the man said pay him when I can. Well, I can't right now. So you can't hold me to anything because I can't right now.
You can take other people money and pay it. That's
If I
that's
was
the
making,
purpose for the
yes,
money.
if I, thank you, I cannot take other people's money and pay a debt. You don't do that. Now, if I was making PewDiePie money, if I was making Swoozy money, and then I wasn't paying him, then you'd make a point. But I can't. So now, unless you want to donate $1,000 to me and say, Triforce, this $1,000 is to go pay Nick. Sure, then I'll go pay him. Oh, but that's me paying your debt. Well, until I can earn the money to go pay Nick back, I can't right now. So, what do you want me to do? Oh, that's right. I know what you want me to do. Work harder. Yeah, that's what they said that the last time. So, yeah. So yeah, lap. That's what's pretty much going on. Yo, Americans want people to work a dead end 9 to 5 job. Yeah, that's exactly what they want. You have to work a dead end 9 to 5 job, and if you don't work a dead end 9 to 5 job, you're subhuman. First world mentality. And then you wonder why the entire world does not like America. You wonder why. Yes, I said that. The whole world does not like America. And not the people per se. Because trust me, American people are like Jesus. Anyway, but the way America's mentality is, America has the America created the white supremacy system. Because before you just had racism, then you had slavery and you had classism. America created white supremacy, which is a system. And that's why the world really hates America. Because it's like this system is so powerful. It reaches out and touches every single corner of the planet, from social engineering to religion to politics to everything. Everything. That's how serious the system of white supremacy is. Yeah, but lap, that's the thing. That's why I invited the trolls to come to the slaughterhouse. I invited the trolls to come to the slaughterhouse because there is evidence that all of these accusations is all foolishness.
Any troll that comes after this stream is just a troll that wants to be there for attention.
That's
It's
it.
addressing them now and they don't want to go. So them show them purpose already.
Yeah, here dude says, I got a job at the mall. I remember working at the mall and then my family came and says, when you going to get a real job? What is a real job?
A doctor.
Oh, that's right. The stuff that you're taught and the stuff that you're programmed when you're in school. What do you want to be when you grow up, Tommy? I want to be a doctor, a policeman, a fireman, a lawyer. All of that fits in white supremacy system of social engineering. So everyone's going to be a doctor. So if everyone's a doctor, then anyone who's injured doesn't need help because they're a doctor. If everyone's a policeman, then no one's stopping crying because everyone's a policeman. If everyone's a fireman, then well, actually we need more firemen. To be honest with you, we need more firemen than we do need soldiers. Like, so, some of you guys who are joining the army, go fight fires because at least you're saving lives. Because as soldiers, your government is sending you to go take lives, and although some of those lives need to be taken, a lot of those other lives that are going with it are innocent. So yeah, so you're killing people, good and bad. And trust me, logically speaking, you kill more good than you do bad when you're a soldier. Facts.
You drop missiles and bombs
When you drop bombs
locally.
to kill 2 terrorists in a school or a hospital, you're killing 200 people in there with them. Oh, but we got to kill the terrorists so they can stop terrorizing. You might as well leave the terrorists alone. They probably kill less people with their bombs. That is a what's the word for this? That's a sarcastic statement. I don't actually mean that. I'm showing you the difference between killing it's the principle of good. If you kill one to save a million, that's good. But if you kill a million to kill one, that's evil. That's the principle of evil. Well, America continues it because the people in America don't know how to stop the perpetrators and the traitors of America who are misrepresenting America on some straight Captain America stuff. Who that? Oren, thank you for the donation. Oh, you missed the politics. We was talking about the politics earlier. I used the politics as a preface to get into what I was talking about in terms of attacking these so-called trolls. You ain't got to tell me about cognitive dissonance, dogs. That's what I'm talking about. Social white supremacy, social engineering program has literally created cognitive dissonance to the entire planet. Critical thinking is a thing of the past. If you start thinking for yourself, you are a threat to the social order that white supremacy has put on people. Of course, America is misrepresented. What America stands for and what America is two different things. Sorry. That's why Captain America is such a godlike character. Because when it was time for Captain America to face America, they was like, you're going against America. And he was like, what? He's like, no, you misrepresent America. I stand exactly for what America stands for. And he bodied them fools. Because he is really what America is. Fictionally speaking. No, is the curse in America? Majority of the curse. First of all, let me tell you where the majority of the curse comes from. The majority of the curse against me comes from the fighting game community, also known as the FGC, in the video game community. Outside of that, there's little pockets of people who heard stuff from the fighting game community. Oh, that's a baby trying to come in. Stop the baby from coming in. Little pockets of the gaming community who don't really necessarily they're on the fence. They're like, well, I heard, but that's all speculation. I'm not gonna judge you on that, TriForce. So based on what I heard, so they leave it at that. But the majority comes from the FGC, and what I'm doing here is leveling the playing field straight, just nuking everything straight, final flash, wiping out their entire universe because I can't deal with them no more. I don't want to talk to them no more, and I've already come to my conclusion on the entire situation. Look, this is the mission. TriForce has found something that he's very good at outside of playing video games, and that's creating critical, no, that is creating content that's thought provoking, what's the word for this thing? Promotes critical thinking, entertains, and informs people based on the culture, community, and industry of gaming. That is what I excel at. I can use that to create a meager life, which I'm fine with. I am not, even if I got $1 million. You know what I would do with $1 million? Put enough money in my bank to make sure that I can live a normal life. Will I go buy a mansion? Nope. I'm going to still live here in Spanish Town. I like this normal, there's woods in the street, rocks and grass.
Chinese people do this.
Exactly.
They go to airports for their home schools. They don't give. They don't care.
Exactly. When have y'all ever seen? When have y'all ever seen TriForce balling? Never. I don't ball. Occasionally, if I'm going out on a dinner, obviously I put on a nice little suit, and that's it.
What?
Anyway, and that's pretty much it. I don't get it. I don't get into anything outside of that. I leave it at that, and that's it. But this is what I'm gonna do. This is gonna help me make money. I'm gonna create vlogs for you guys. I'm gonna do gameplays, let's plays, especially with the Zelda timeline and lore stuff like that. Go out to these events. Come do missions around the world. When I raise money from the community, like I'm raising money now for the Jamaica project, go out to these other third world countries and help everyone. That's what I want to do. That makes me happy. And that's all I'm gonna do. So you cannot stop me. I don't know what y'all looking to do. Oh, well, you need to go. Like, this is so funny. TriForce is trying to feed people. I'm trying to feed people in Jamaica who are hungry. And dudes are worried about me paying back dead men and other people are on team that's getting paid 10 times the amount of money that's being donated in the stream. So it's more important to pay that back those guys than to go raise money to feed starving people. Where are your priorities? First world mentality. So I don't. Edeka found him. No, I didn't get Edeka yet.
Oh,
So
I should say like a founded people that
uh,
were charging one.
yeah, of course he found them, and I hope he bodies them. You owe money, boy. What did you do with the 3 grand?
Is that
I will take it. Well, I will take to Reddit to demolish you if you want to come at us for exposing you. So you're admitting you're a troll. This guy just admitted he was a troll. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are done. This idiot just destroyed his own people. You foolish. Yo, this guy's a moron. Holy smokes. Barney Rubble, ladies and gentlemen. Barney Rubble. Troll of the year. You jackass. That's not a curse. Um. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna take a 2 minute break, and I'll be right back with the overtime, and we can go on anything else. But this is the definitive roasting and destruction of the troll universe. I will never, ever, ever, ever revisit this foolishness again. I am happy for the players that have left the organization and gone on to better pastures. I hope the best for them and even better. I'm happy for the players that are staying and supporting, and I'm happy for you guys who are supporting me in this channel. Thank you guys very much. We'll be right back after these messages. I'm gonna go set up a secondary stream. Stay right here, or tune into Edeka while I make some changes on the streams. All right, guys. Later. Be right back.